Hey, my name is Brock Eson. I'm a financial advisor with RFG Advisory. I've been doing this 15 years and helping families plan for all sorts of financial objectives, including saving for college, which is what we're talking about today. My unique story for college is my grandfather saved intelligently and prepared such that I was fortunate enough not to take a student loan to have to go to college. He used an account called an UTMA account, or Uniform Transfer to Minors Act account. The way that account works is that it has a custodian, which was my grandfather, and a beneficiary, which was me. By law, in Alabama at least, age of majority is 19, which means I inherited control of that account at the age of 19. We'll debate the wisdom of that another time. I was fortunate enough to be able to use that money to go for college. My wife, on the other hand, she used, like most Americans, a combination of loans, some scholarships, and then parents paying for college out of their current income. So many families that we meet with, we sit down, we're talking with them about their different objectives, and college planning comes up. And there could be a lot of anxiety around the prospect of paying for college. So historically, over the last 20, 30 years, the prices of college have increased by almost 6% per year, which if you think about that over a 30-year time frame, that can add up quick. Let's start here. There are 4 different sources of money or financing to pay for college. The first is personal savings. The second would be loans. The third would be grants and scholarships. And the fourth would be paying for college out of current income. So the modern reality is that most families have to use a combination of those 4 sources. 47% of families borrow in some capacity, either the parents or the students, to contribute to the college cost. 56% of students use some form of scholarship as a way of paying for college. Of the remaining 46% that did not receive scholarships, 3/4 of those didn't even apply. If there's one thing that you start with when applying for any kind of financial aid for college, there's a form called FAFSA, and it stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. It's available on the Department of Education's website, and it's where every family should start once kids become college age. The FAFSA is simply a picture, a snapshot, if you will, of a family's financial means. So it looks at your assets and liabilities and your income and expenses as a family. The federal government uses that to determine if you are eligible as a student for any kind of financial aid, whether that be scholarships or grants or some type of loan. The FAFSA is a great starting point, and it's the place every family should start. Not only does the federal government use that in determining need-based financial aid, but many private universities and public universities use that as well. Families can file a FAFSA as early as October prior to the year they're going to send their kids to school. But every university has different deadlines, every scholarship has different deadlines, so get that FAFSA in as early as you can. So let's talk about what we can do to prepare. So parents can prepare by educating themselves first on the student financial aid process, including and starting with FAFSA. They can also prepare by a variety of different savings options. One of the more notable programs is what's called a 529 plan, which is simply an account where you can set aside money for a student's college and have money grow tax-free through investments. One creative planning technique we've used in the past is the use of the Roth IRA, but for college. People typically think of Roth IRAs as a retirement account, but a unique feature of a Roth IRA is if you're setting aside money, you can draw out your principal, that which you've contributed, at any time, penalty-free and tax-free. So a family is able to make contributions to a Roth IRA, have that money grow. It's the growth that must be in the account until the age of 59 and a half, but you can pull your principal out of the account to pay for college anytime, penalty and tax-free. As an added bonus, the way the FAFSA application works is it doesn't consider money in a Roth IRA to be a countable asset on the FAFSA application. So by setting aside money in a Roth IRA, you're earmarking that money for retirement because a Roth is considered a retirement account. It's not counted on the FAFSA as if it's an asset for the parent. And it helps qualify for extra student aid on the FAFSA application. So we often get asked, what can students do? What's their part in preparing for college? The biggest thing they can do is by far community involvement. So do they serve the community in some capacity? Scholarship providers are looking to invest in student education, and they're looking to invest in students that are already predisposed to be involved in their communities. Given the rates of inflation with the cost of college, it's important to get started saving early, even if it's just $100 a month. Every little bit is going to help, and you will thank yourself later. College is a huge expense, and it can be a really scary process to even talk about it. I have spent 15 years helping families, and it can all be really daunting. I would encourage all of you to take the first step and just sit down and talk about it.